Dear students, yesterday we got ourselves introduced to the poem, the patriot and the author. Now we shall look at the poem in detail. As we said, the two different experiences the patriot had, one pleasant and one unpleasant. Today we are going to look at the first three stanzas wherein he speaks of the pleasant experience he had a year ago. It was roses, roses all the way, with myrtle mixed in my path like mad. The house roofs seemed to heave and sway. The church spires flamed. Such flags they had a year ago on this very day. It was roses, roses all the way. Speaks about the great welcome he received. We too, when we have to receive a guest, we spread a red carpet in the middle on the way. Red carpet on the way to welcome the guest. That's why we have the phrase red carpet welcome. And there are times some young girls dance and they just keep on scattering flowers on the way, and the guest or guests walk on the flower and come inside. So the patriot says it was roses, roses all the way. The figure of speech used is metaphor. The patriot was walking not on the road, he was walking on the roses. It was roses, roses all the way. With myrtle mixed in my path like mad. Myrtle is a shrub having white flowers and purple berries. So along with roses there were also myrtles being thrown on the way, and I walked on them. How did they do it? Like mad, as if they had gone mad. They were going on dumping flowers on the road, and I walked over that. The house roof seemed to heave and sway. The church spires flamed. Such flags they had. The house roof seemed to heave and sway. Heave and sway are normally qualities ascribed to beings. Heave and sway. Heave is being crowded. And sway is the movement. Either it is the front, forward and backward movement, or sideways movement is called sway. The house roofs seem to be heaving and swaying. How is it possible? People can sway, trees can sway, animals can sway, but how can housetops heave and sway? The poet is using the figure of speech personification. He is ascribing the qualities of human being to the housetops. It also means that where the hero was being led, the streets, along the street, both the sides were filled with houses. We can conclude that the event took place in a city, in a town, where people were living in large numbers. And they were all crowding on the top of their housetops in order to welcome the great hero. The church spires flamed. Such flags they had. Spires, church spires. Spires is to speak about the architectural structure, either pyramidal or conical. All of you like ice cream, I know that. And if it's a cone ice cream, you like better. The shape of the cone, that is spires. So you have the spires in front of the churches in olden days, and even now some of the churches have the front portion elevated with spires. The spires flamed. Flamed means burned like fire. Those of you are familiar with botany will know there is a tree called the flames of the forest. The tree is full of flowers the month of April, May and June, and one who looks from far will think the forest is in flame, but actually they are the flowers. Similarly, they had decorated the spires of the church with so many flags which were very colorful and huge in number. From far it looked as if they were burning. The church spires flamed. Such flags they had a year ago on this very day. So the patriot is recalling his great experience of being welcomed a year ago. That time, what all reception he had. He goes on. The air rocking to a mist with bells. In olden days, especially where Christians live, when somebody is welcomed in this manner, they used to ring the church bells in order to give some elegance to it. So, the air rocking to a mist with bells. The church bells were being rung in order to welcome me. The old walls rocked with a crowd and cries. The old walls rocked with crowd and cries. So people were crowded in large number, huge number. They were present. And they were all crying. What did they cry? Their cries were cries of shout to welcome the hero. So, when they cried or when they shouted, they were rocking. You know the rocking, rock music, rocking movement? Yes. So, the crowd was rocking, but he says, all the walls rocked. How can a wall rock? Again, it is the figure of speech personification. Human qualities are ascribed to the walls. Old walls. Why the walls were old? It concludes that the people who lived there were poor. Either the houses were very old, they could not build new ones, they could not repair the old ones. So, the walls were very old and they rocked when people started to rock themselves. Had I said, good folk, mere noise repulse. Had I said means if I had said. I did not say. Had I said. If I had said, good folk, my dear friends, mere noise repulse. What is the meaning of repulse? Repel means to keep away. You have mosquito repulse. Mosquito repellers. To repel means to keep away the enemy. Or something that is distasteful. Something that is disliked. I do not like mere noise. Mere noise means just words without action. I want action. Just words will not do. I hate mere words. I want you to do the action part. I said good folk, mere noise repels, but give me your sun from yonder skies. Give me your sun from yonder skies. Yonder means over there. Sun is over there in the sky. Get me the sun for me. If I had said them, what would have been their answer? They had answered, and afterward, what else? And after that, what else? That means already done. The sky, from the sky, we have got the sun for you. It's done. What is next? What else do you want? So it shows the great admiration, the great respect people had for the hero. Whatever he asked, they were ready to give him, they were ready to get for him. So these two stanzas speak about the great welcome the patriot received. Now when it comes to the third stanza, there is a little change in the tone. This was a joyful tone, a tone of victory, a tone of triumph. Now there is a little change. Allah, it was I who leaped at the sun. Allah means something to be regretted, something to be sorrowful, something to feel bad. Allah, sadly, it was I who leaped at the sun. Had I asked them to get the sun from there, they would have got. But I did not ask them. Instead, it was I who got it. It was I who leaped at the sun. Yesterday I told you, leaped at the sun has a mythological reference to Icarus. Icarus was the son of Daedalus. Daedalus was a Greek sculptor, famous sculptor. And Icarus was his son. They were both imprisoned and wanted to escape from the prison. The father could not succeed. He was killed. Whereas Icarus escaped with the help of wings. He had wings which were waxed. And when he escaped, he was so joyous. He started to fly towards the sun, and he went too close to the sun, and the wax on his wings melted. As a result, he fell into the sea and died. Similarly, the patriot was praised so much. He was adored. The adulation ended him up here. He leaped at the sun and got the sun for his friend. And as it was I who leaped at the sun to give it my loving friends to keep. He said, here is the sun, keep it. That means all that he could do, he did for them. Not man could do, have I left undone. N-O-U-G-H-T, not. You know, in mathematics, not means zero. That means nothing. Not man could do. Nothing that man could do, have I left undone. That is, everything that a human being could do, I did it for my friends. Nothing was left undone. Everything I did for my friends. And you see my harvest, what I reap, this very day, now a year is gone. And you see my harvest, what I reap, reaping and harvesting, more or less the same meaning. Harvest and reaping are the final stages of cultivation. You cultivate either rice, paddy, or wheat, and it grows. At the end, when it gets ready for harvesting, you you do the harvesting. So harvesting is the gathering time. It's the time you gain whatever you have invested. You have the harvest and you gain. So, and you see my harvest, what I reap. What did I get? What is my gain? This very day now a year is run. A year is run means a year is gone. On this very day, I was welcomed in this way, and as a result, I did everything for them. And what is the end result, or what did I gather, or what did I gain? I am being led to the gallows. That's why the sad tone, alack, what a pity. It's really pitiable. I did everything for them. I got the son for them. But what did I gain? What I gained is nothing. I am being led to the gallows today. These are the first three stanzas. The patriot speaks about the great welcome he received. We shall see the other three stanzas tomorrow. Please do the homework. Workbook, page number 125 to 127. Question numbers 1 and 2. Thank you.